So hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Towns. I'm here with Velerious.
Oh, hello there, Charon. Very good episode right here.
It is, isn't it? So, it's a nice little smooth intro, Velerious. I'm happy with that. Let's unpause Derpsville. Frederick there, running for his life. So, the storeroom is completed. I think that's where we got to. So we need to put some barrels in.
I wonder if they ever added, like, speeds into towns.
Speeds?
Yeah, like 1 times, 2 times, 4 times kind of thing.
This thing, we run on the fastest speed. God, Jesus Christ, where have you been all these episodes? Well, Jesus. So we've
had a lot to do recently.
I'm gonna get them to build this quadrant first, and then we'll have a quick look, check stone, wood, food, all the usual sort of bullshit.
Which you have to do with towns, because unfortunately these people are unable to feed themselves.
You've got to keep an eye on things. You can't get too involved in doing stuff. We've also, I don't know if it's noticeable to people or not, but we've made some adjustments to the microphone. We're running it in cardioid instead of stereo, is that right?
Yes.
To see if it improves the audio quality.
Usually we do it in stereo, which is not actually recommended for podcasts or anything like that. It's recommended just for like gameplay footage, like what we do.
I mean, it's still, the quality weren't too bad, but it's like, I think this will be a big improvement. If it is, then we'll stick with it, and if not, we'll go back to stereo mode. So feel free to leave comments about what you think to the audio.
It just might mean that I might be a little bit quieter than usual, but I'm usually a lot louder than you anyway.
Yeah.
So obviously that will just balance itself.
Yeah, you just have to remember to speak up where possible. Right, we don't have any wood, Velerious, so we're going to have to do a massive forest chop.
I'll have to just speak this entire episode as Brian Blessed.
Maybe.
I don't think we'd have to get that loud. Oh my god, look at them go.
Yeah, they're gonna go and do that now. They always said no other orders waiting for them.
Yeah, the barrels.
So while they do that, let's have a quick look. We've got 90 odd stone. So at the moment we don't really need to worry about stone yet. Ghost room. Let's have a quick look at the ghost room situation. Still full of ghosts.
Which people have been saying what I said now.
Welcome to the ghost room. What, just send everyone in and dogpile it?
Well, send everyone to the very beginning, so they all will patrol there and stand at that one single patrol point, and then you delete that one and send one inside there, so they all just bum rush it together.
Yeah.
Which means not one civilian will die, because they'll all be together.
Well, you say that. It could well lead to someone's death.
Because they are all together, the ghosts should naturally just attack everything that's there. They shouldn't just focus on one person like usually they do.
That week grew so fast, look at that. That was like seconds until that grew.
He says, "We." I gave you an updated time, Michelle.
I know. I've just said he's running now. It's fine. It's fine, Velerious. Everything's groovy. That's terrible. And I was like, why is that guy got no clothes on?
Terwin does that all the time. He just strips off all his clothes and he turns back.
It's because he's a bear. Every time he turns into a bear, it just shreds all his clothes. Like the Incredible Hulk. His pants fall off and everything. It's not good.
But the Incredible Hulk always had his purple pants on.
Okay, something else I want to do now then is probably extend this road up as well. So we'll let them chop. I want to do a double chop and get enough wood. We'll get this barreled up, and then we'll extend the road, and then we'll barrel up the other quadrants. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of barrels.
It is going to be a lot of barrels, yes.
Got a lot of stuff to hold in them, though.
Oh god, yes. But it's going to be epic. What's going on up there? Nothing important, as usual.
On a badger and the chicken farm, just as usual.
One of the other things I wanted to just bring up is, for those who are interested, over on my single-player channel, Ronald de Voupont is going through the Dungeons of Dreadmore.
I think I've watched until part 4 at the moment.
Yeah, it's turning out to be quite an epic run, actually. He's doing incredibly well. Basically, I was doing an epic, an interactive series on Dungeons of Dreadmore, inviting people to choose their own sort of hero to go through, and someone recommended Ronald, so that's why that happened.
So you can list your own skills, your names and everything. You took me through, but I died.
Yeah, you unfortunately died very early on. Ronald is the best run so far, and it looks like he's setting the bar pretty high, Velerious. I don't think anyone else is going to get that far, so that could probably kill off the series, but never mind.
If he does start getting anyone, I'll have to start recommending people. Or you'll have to just go through all the townies.
Oh god, no! I'm not sending all the townies through that.
This is red-hatted Alphalos. Oh, he's dead already. Damn it! This is blue-hatted Alphalos. Good guy, he's not dying.
Well, we have one barrel so far and a pig. Can we store things in a pig, Velerious? We can put money in him, I suppose.
Well, probably. We could probably just open his mouth, stick him on the floor, and
just cut a slot in his back and fill him full of cash.
We'll just make him eat everything, and then if we need it, we'll just squeeze him.
You can keep all your dollars in that you got off Brigadier General Robert Baker.
I know, all them dollars. Emailed him back and he loved me and was like, "Oh my god, thank you for your email addresses and everything. Can I have your bank account?" So I was
the only thing is, it's like, even if you did email him back, I bet you wouldn't get a reply back.
Probably not.
Because it's like, oh god, failed criminals. They're probably already in jail.
That's the thing I don't understand. That they told me to email an account that was not even sent from that. So unless they made that account,
yeah,
is this just a false account?
One to spam and one to collect the replies.
So it's funny that they actually made that account.
I don't remember that file one being there. Although maybe I'm just imagining things. I'm just going to quickly get some red flowers.
It's just been a tiring week because we have done a lot of filming.
Yeah, we're waiting for the forest to grow back. I'm just going to get some red flowers because we might as well keep this as a red road. Red road.
Red road.
Red road.
Yeah, we said we were going to keep it as red road halfway down and then go up.
Maybe to here and then purple it up there.
No, purple's got to go along that road at least.
All right, so we.
Yeah, we want purple to go up and.
Where does the purple end and the red begin? Oh, never mind. We'll work it out when we get there, Blaze. You can show me what you want me to do when we get over there.
Well, you told me the plan, which you don't seem.
I don't recall having a plan for it.
You did have a kind of plan.
Sometimes I have plans, Vel, and sometimes
you said basically the red road.
The red road definitely comes out of here,
and it stops at the mid, which is where the purple joined up.
Here
is what you said. No, up in the middle of those houses, literally.
There.
Yeah, that's where you said it was going to stop, and then you said it curled round and went in front of the market and stopped.
So it's going to be all purple down there.
So we had a purple street, a yellow street, and a red street because you don't want two red streets. Like it'll just look weird.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay. So
that's
That's
essentially the plan that you told me anyway.
Okay, that is the plan again. Then Velerious, make sure you remember that plan because you know how forgetful I am.
I've got a lot of my.
Ulrich Brooks has turned into a pig.
That's good stuff.
Clearly, he got bored on flower monitor duty and turned himself into a pig.
It probably happened with Gandalf. He probably went, "Oh, Knave, I need some flour," and Ulrich was like, "No, you won't touch this flour."
Gandalf's epic room.
Turned him into a pig.
Oh yeah, did we say we were gonna put anything here?
I don't know. I don't think
we were we? I think the plan was just to road it off.
Just that it would look weird.
Yeah, it would look a bit weird, I think, if we put a building there. So yeah, we're going to want to road that off, which means we're going to need some stone. So what I'll do is I'll chop this forest.
We're going to need an awful lot of stone, an awful lot of wood.
Yeah, well at the moment they're doing barrels, but then once this grows back, I'll chop the whole thing, and then we'll go find a nice. In fact, we'll go have a look now where we want to mine.
Again.
Wood and stone. It's like we built this city on wood and stone, Velerious.
That's literally what we did.
This fucking area is mined out to shit. What if we take out like a huge chunk here at the back?
Well, we're going to need.
It's not too far, is it? Really?
Because if you look at the road, we're probably going to need about 200 blocks.
But we'll have the barrels to store it all in.
Because you said that road's going to be 3 long as well down there. So obviously you've got to cater for the fact that it's going to be 3 long, and these are going to be 3 long when they come out.
60. You probably need 60 just for that bit alone.
Yeah. So we're probably looking at 200, 300, 60, even just for a safe amount.
60, 3 6s, 18. So 300, 400, 400 to 500. That's my estimate, Velerious. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit of stone.
We're going to have to just mine out the entire dungeon.
Yeah.
We'll just mine out the ghost with it as well. Our little Tiny's just down there mining the ghost.
Just mining to the ghost room. Oh, that bloody ghost room. It's really started pissing me off. I mean, the good thing is once the storeroom's up, we can get the meat farms going, and then we'll open up the next level of dungeon. That's pretty much the plan.
Send Ulrich down there. Tell him there's some flower.
By himself?
Yeah, we'll tell him there's some helpless flower trapped by these ghosts. And he'll just be like, oh my god, this is my calling. This is the thing that I do. All day, all night, guarding flower, watching flower. I am the flower protector.
We don't even have much flower. What's going on there?
Because Ulrich's been eating it.
34 flower.
He's been snorting.
Where's all the flower gone? I bet he has. I bet he's been fucking stealing it and stashing it in his room somewhere. Where's his room? There it is. I bet it's under his bed.
He's actually got nothing in his room. It looks so amazingly bare because he's got like the.
He hasn't even got a clock. Actually, we need to build some clocks at some point.
These people have no clocks. They have no fun. They sleep in their dark rooms with nothing.
But
actually, no, they don't have roofs or second walls. So
they don't. Yeah,
dark.
That's something else we need to do as well. Jesus, there's so much to do.
No wonder these townies are never happy. There's fucking no roof over their heads.
It's pretty much endless, isn't it?
Although, in all honesty, some of them can get up during the night to go for a piss and come back okay.
Well, they don't even have toilets, Velerious. I mean, that's another worry. Where are they pooping?
They have to go poo around the trees.
In the ghost room. No wonder we'll know where to go down to the ghost room. It's full of poop.
But the thing is, if you get Blue Hat Alphalos waking up during the night, there's no lights, it's got a roof on, it's pitch black. Oh, just walk over here. Oh, fuck a clock.
Okay, let's, put the order in for the chop. How much wood have we got?
when you put a clock into someone's room, you
100.
expect it to be kind of a nice little thing. But those clocks, I know for a bloody good standard, will be annoying as fuck in your room.
Yeah, grandfather
Because
clock.
those are the kind of clocks that sit there going, bong,
Bong. Especially
bong,
at midnight when they do the sort of longest
Yeah.
bonging possible.
12 bongs.
Yeah. It's a pretty stupid idea for a clock when you think about
Yeah.
it. Who invented it? Who decided to like make the clocks bong like that?
Yeah.
I mean, for a big tower clock like Big Ben,
Yeah.
for example, it makes sense. I know Big Ben isn't the clock. Oh my God! Please do not do that in the comments. I'm just for the sake of
Yeah.
argument, I'm calling it Big Ben.
Just so everyone understands, because everyone, if you don't know that the clock is called Big Ben,
Yeah.
then you will understand it anyway.
Let's clarify that the bell is called Big Ben, and technically the tower is just the Big Ben clock tower. But like you understand that bonging because that's like a central sort of thing.
I understand it if you had a grandfather clock in, say, a quite large mansion.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was the only clock you had.
Like a
you would have
country
to know
mansion.
the time, kind of thing. Especially if you're like a writer who won't go out that much, you'd need to know the time. Well, writers don't go out that much. Have you not seen the film?
I was just gonna say, if you're Stephen King,
Yeah.
that's why you need a fucking clock that bungs all the time.
Anyway, no, there is actually
It's
writers.
just dramatic.
There is writers that they get into that mood where they need to write, and if you don't, you'll get writer's block,
Oh,
and you'll
God,
you'll have like 17 fucking weeks of not being able to write after that.
Tell me about Velerious.
So you have to do as much possible the minute it hits you.
In a way, writing is very much like making
love to a
video
real one.
content. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And I was gonna, like sometimes we edit a video, you start and then you realise you've been at it for like 8 hours. It's the same with writing. You can sit down and start writing a chapter, and next thing you know, it's like 6 hours have gone by and you started.
I thought you were just suddenly going to go, writing is very much like making love to a beautiful woman. You have to be in the right mood to begin with, and make sure she is too.
You have to open her pages and cover her in ink.
You have to treat her cover softly and gently. Tap every button you can see. Video
Video editing. It is very much like making love to a beautiful woman, Velerious.
Thing
You
that I
have,
find
you have to chop her into pieces and
it's
put her back in the right order.
It's not so much video editing for me as it is recording.
The recording. I like the recording. It's not too
The problem is though that if you do a lot of recording, like you'll feel it not only that day but the next day sometimes as well.
Yeah.
That your brain starts to become numb with like not knowing what to say or what to do.
It's a lot of talking, especially if you're filming for like 3 or 4 hours, and it's like you don't realise how much you don't talk in your day-to-day life sort of thing. It's like when you stop and have a chat with someone, it's only usually a few minutes, and then you get a bit of a rest, and then you chat to someone else. Sort of thing.
We chat way more in this than we do in real life.
Exactly.
Sometimes we just walk past each other in the kitchen and grunt. Just wake up in the morning, walk down. I see Sharon, just go.
I wouldn't say I'm a particularly talkative person in real life anyway.
Yeah.
It's unless someone gets me talking about something I really enjoy, like music or video games. In which case, I can just waffle on for hours.
So now, if you see Sharon in the street, run up to her and go, "Video games." It'll just be sat there for hours.
Yeah. Just come to me in the street and say, "So, what do you think of this game?" And I'll give you like an hour-long lecture about how shit it is.
Depending on the Metacritic score.
Metacritic
they score so well.
Oh, we were looking at Metacritic today. I mean, on the one hand, it's nice as a sort of the fact that when you buy a game off Steam and it's got the Metacritic score there, so you can sort of immediately tell whether it's a pile of shit or not. But often their scores is like so wildly out of sync because game reviewers, I'm not convinced they're completely impartial half the time. That's the way it is.
The problem is that the fact of I find it hard to review a game because of the fact that what some people don't like, some people might like. Now, the main thing that comes to mind is Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, of which I have spent nearly 400 hours
This is true.
on a game that takes about 20 hours to finish.
And you loved it.
Yeah.
And I pretty much hated it.
And it had a Metascore of like 90. It was massively high in the Metascore list because obviously they liked it as I did.
Yeah.
But there's probably loads of user reviews saying, no, this is crap, this is
Oh
rubbish.
yeah, there'll be plenty of people that don't like it. I didn't think much to it, to be honest. I thought it was pretty...
But I think sometimes as well, that user critics, they think of a game as a game. Now, if you have a game, say, that's Star Trek, you would go, "Oh, I've seen Star Trek, I enjoy Star Trek, this has to be about Star Trek," and have Star Trek characters in it. And you don't think of it as a game anymore. You think of it as something that is like Star Trek and will have Star Trek characters, or at least some kind of Star Trek lore.
So you're sort
in
of
it.
trying to review it as part of the Star Trek franchise.
Yeah. So
but that isn't important. If you're building a game that's on a franchise,
it is
it needs
important,
to be...
But the problem is that reviewers nowadays kind of look at that game and would go, "But is it fun to sit down and play?"
Yeah.
Now, if it is fun to
That's
sit
true.
down and play but has nothing to do with Star Trek completely, then that should be their review, but they won't. They'll just say it is a fun game. And this, I think, is where a lot of the problems come in, because the Star Wars thing had fuck all to do with Star Wars.
I mean, I do on Steam. I do leave lots of recommendations on games, and quite a few of our friends take it quite seriously. I have friends who bought games because I've given them a good review, or not bought them because I've given them a bad review.
Oh, games are people have watched and then gone out and got
exactly. But I try to I try to view it impartially. I try to say, if it's a game that I didn't like, but it's still a good game, I won't say, oh, this is a shit game.
But that being said, it's the same with like Dead Island. I immediately noticed like all the flaws in Dead Island and the fact that it wasn't made 100% perfectly. But the problem with it was, I quite enjoyed it, because there was no other ideas like it. Nowhere I could go pick up a game, go out into some kind of desert island, and just attack people with any kind of item I could find. Jab them with a paddle, or stamp on their face, or anything.
I mean...
So because of that fact alone, I quite liked Dead Island. But the minute you got on it, you just immediately complained about the gameplay gameplay in it, not the graphics.
The gameplay, and the blue light.
And it was like... I understood all that, but it was the fact of it's one of them games that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah,
so for me, it's like I have to enjoy it, kind of thing.
For lack of a better option,
like Sims, and now there's actually a few other Sim things out.
Like Towns, in a way. It's like the reason we play this so much is because what other games is the way you can do this? Not a lot. It's pretty unique.
It's a good idea. It's very unique. If they kept building,
I know there's some similar titles. Like Nemorius gets mentioned a lot, but I haven't played Nemoria.
But it's like, if they kept building towns and, like, upgrading it, it could probably become, like, the daddy of its entire thing, like Sims did.
Like what they've done with Don't Starve.
Yeah.
Because that's changed so much since it started.
It has, but it's become so much kind of more complex and more kind of, it makes you want to replay it.
Exactly. They've fleshed it out. They've given it a lot more content, which is what you want to do. That's the way to develop a good game.
The greatest thing about Don't Starve is you can play it however you want. So say, like, if you went on it tomorrow, Sharon, and survived 15 days as Wilson and died, you have the option to delete everything you've just done, start again as Wilson in a new map, or go back on the map Wilson was on, all explored, so you can find your old base camp and everything.
In some ways, it's a roguelike.
It is. It is a roguelike, but you can also play it as a non-roguelike if you want to.
Yeah.
Which is the weird thing. Because it also, as well, like, in the olden days, when it first came out, it actually had the bloody research points. And then when you researched, you would still have the research things that you researched.
Yeah.
Where now, you have to make prototypes of everything. Which I don't really understand. Because the minute you build a prototype of something, you can then build it wherever you want. And I don't know how that carries on, because I've not played it recently.
I haven't. I've got a hold of it recently, but I haven't actually played it yet. It's on my to-do list.
The problem with Don't Starve is finding the time to do it, because as much as I like to say that it's quite a quick game, it isn't.
I know.
4 minutes is like a day, and you can easily survive the first 15 days. It's after that it starts getting hard.
I was going to play it the other night, but I ended up playing Surgeon Simulator instead, which was a bit of a letdown, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, sort of. It's not quite as hard as certain Let's Players made it out to be.
I think the idea behind it was meant to be like co-op at the beginning.
Yeah.
And if you played like the main one...
But if anything, I mean, the controls are quite easy. The only problem is the game engine's a bit clunky, so it's like, although 9 times out of 10 it will work exactly as you want it to, sometimes it won't.
Although the other thing is as well that you've got to take into account is the fact that these guys built it in 48 days.
Oh yeah, I know that.
No, actually 50 days, because they had 48 hours.
I had a couple of hours of fun out of it, so it weren't too bad.
I mean, there is a lot of stuff on it, and it does get really, really complicated later on.
There's some nice little achievements in there as well.
The one that I always find with Surgeon Simulator is it seems to always be solved by the same thing. Get a hammer, whack the ribs out.
Well, you're supposed to bone saw the ribs, which actually works quite well, but you're also supposed to bone saw the skull, and it just doesn't work on the skull. You just go straight into the brain and kill the guy.
Use a hammer, whack the skull open, get the green syringe, stab him.
But he loses so much blood if you use the hammer. That's the problem.
It stops all the blood.
Yeah, I know, but he loses it from the impact now.
Oh.
It's like it really causes a lot more damage than it did on when it was just the one operation with the heart sort of thing. So yeah, but it was all right. It was fun. What has Alphalos got, by the way? What did we buy him?
Armor.
Fire armor.
So it gives fire resistance.
Oh yeah, fire breastplate. Yeah, we need to keep an eye on the market as well, because hopefully there'll be some Tibble Elvis giant cock
just stood inside the market like, where is market?
Yeah. Oh god.
Where can I buy things in this town? This is crazy.
The good thing is the wheat is growing really fast, so if I keep on it, we can build our flour supplies back up. Because they're not... They're really fucking raping through it. Chopping wood must obviously be very hardcore thing to do, but the barrels are coming.
Chopping wood. Well, obviously it must be hard to do. I mean, you've got to get an axe, and like these people don't have chainsaws.
Yeah.
Which would probably be easier.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could invent the chainsaw.
But unfortunately, towns.
It's a pity it hasn't got some sort of research system in, actually.
But to be honest, I've been saying this for ages. What I want now is a game like Towns, but with eras in it.
Yeah, like Civilization.
You start out as like a caveman and build. Well, like how Age of Empires did it. Where you went through and advanced through technologies in order to go from like being literally cavemen with mud huts to getting electricity, to getting nuclear bombs, to getting sci-fi.
Oh, it's food caravan.
Just buy a bit of food off him and get rid of him. We'll buy a few bits of bread actually.
He's not actually here yet. He's on his way.
When he gets
we'll have to
here,
wait for him.
We'll buy his bread and his flour just to make sure we've got extra bits of it.
Yeah.
And then just get him on his fucking way.
Yeah, we'll buy some flour off of him. I'm not buying bread.
Might as well, because to be honest,
we don't want to spend too much money because we want to save up for the head crusher.
Is it really that expensive for bread and flour?
The bread will be, yeah.
If we look at like 30 for each bread, you got to remember that is like a bit of tree.
A bit of tree.
And tree's renewable. Bread is renewable, but very slowly renewable.
She just killed a ghost. Oh, sweet. Another ghost just died. But she's already run back home again, so, you know, but at least that's one less ghost.
And now it looks like they're starting to explore more the dungeon than the fucking dungeons are.
Yeah.
And
also, we were saying whether this would be visible on the map. There you go. Look, it's fucking huge.
Brilliant.
The market is here.
In the corner for some reason.
Let's have a look what he's got for his flowers.
How much is it? Oh,
fish.
What's his fucking bread? So his
flour's 54 as it is. Jesus.
That's pretty expensive, to be honest.
Bread's 160.
Right, well, fuck that idea then.
Exactly.
How much is his cheapest item? What's his cheapest item that he's got?
A jungle mushroom. We don't want that because you need I think you need multiples to even do anything with.
Go down. I know, but we want just to buy the cheapest living shit to get rid of him.
There's nothing for 30.
Right, might be 50. The pear.
It's a jungle mushroom.
Oh.
70 for a pear. Let's just buy a flower then.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 flour.
That'll do.
That'll
do.
He's done.
Right.
Let's get rid of him. Get the next guy.
These markets, they're so rubbish.
Oh, there's the flower.
I wonder if they do that in the new town. It's really annoying not knowing like what happens in the new town. So you need to play that at some point.
Yeah. It looks like he's got some sort of skull on the front of his on the front of the thing.
He probably has. It looks kind of like one of those things that just goes around killing people. Just, you know, you buy my flower, I kill you.
It's like the train on TF2 on Frontier, the one with the eat shit if you stand in front of it.
That lovely train.
Right, where are we? Barrels.
Barrels.
Why is it taking so long to do these barrels?
Because that's a lot of barrels, to be honest. Just look how many barrels that is.
Are people actually, let's have a look. Create and place, raw materials barrel.
Got to remember
Fallen eggs, raw materials barrel.
They're pulling...
Sleeping. There's quite a few sleeping, to be honest with you.
They're pulling that wood, though, aren't they? From that side all the way over to where the bloody carpenter bit is.
Yeah.
We don't just have a carpenter
1, 2,
next to there.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them asleep. So half the town's asleep. That's why. But good, because if they're asleep, they're not eating. And that's good.
Yeah. So the bread is stockpile again.
Still only 39 flour, though.
I think it's because they're making the bread quite quick now.
Only 38 bread.
I know, but they're still doing it.
There's 5 omelettes, though, and a roast chicken somewhere.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit to...
there's omelettes on the floor in there.
A little bit to tide them over.
Outside.
Yeah.
Someone's going to eat it.
No, they just made another one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to eat it, but... Nom, nom, nom. Demetrius. It's like, yeah, I'm having this chicken.
Oh,
fuck you guys. I'm eating this.
What's that guy doing going around the back? Oh, is the bread round there?
Yeah, there's bread round there, which is good.
We're going to road that.
Yeah, but we have to wait until it's all been carried away.
When all the bread's gone, we should road that up.
How much wood is left? 217. That's quite a bit. We won't do another chop yet. Let's let them make some bloody barrels. I wanted to sort of barrel this whole area before I start designating it to wood and stone. Is this whole quadrant just wood and stone? I think it should be.
Yeah, that's what we said.
There's nothing else that we want to store en masse, is there?
You know how we don't do things off camera? We should probably do this off camera.
No, that's boring.
No, just the designating.
Snake teeth?
Yeah, snake teeth.
Where the hell do we get snake teeth from?
Probably far down in the dungeon.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sneasels.
Tut. Everyone sneezes in their videos nowadays.
Do they? Is that a thing? Yeah. Is that a trend? Well, there you go. We're taking part.
I've noticed that another YouTuber has been burping a lot in his videos, and I know he's just trying to copy me.
Badger Den?
Yeah. That's part of the arena, isn't it?
Is it?
We put badger dens down and they all go in there.
Wow. Okay. Some of this stuff I've never really sort of looked at.
It's because there's a lot of stuff in there.
I know. There's tons of stuff. That's just a random barrel. Stairs. We haven't really done anything with stairs. At some point we'll have to build a 2-tier structure. That should be quite cool.
Oh god, that'd take forever.
I know. It's a project to think about for later though. It'd be pretty epic having
Well, we've got to anyway with Badger Arena.
Yeah.
I've already said though we should at some point
2 sips ones somehow.
Yeah. We should at some point
Throwing rock.
We should at some point do the farms so that we could turn them on. And like, even though we're not killing the cattle at the moment, it'll start building up a nice backlog of cattle that we could just go and slaughter later on.
Yeah.
Same with badgers.
Oh,
It'll build up a nice bit of badger.
I want one of them. Flaming death.
Yeah, you probably will get it for the market guy, won't you?
Yeah.
Unless there's people called Death in the dungeon.
We haven't seen anyone selling one of those yet.
Unless you have to wait for a townie to die, and the minute he dies, you have to kill Death. Death just appears. Come on, walk into the light.
Oh, God, don't do it already. Don't walk into the light.
But it's got flour there.
Terran doing some milling there. I hope he's doing some milling.
There we go.
You never know.
We can do all this stuff.
Another harvest.
He's such a big bear, though.
Oh, it's coming along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 20 barrels.
I really feel like sometimes we should build boots of speed just for everyone.
I know. There's a lot of things we want to do, but everything gets in the way of everything else.
Problem is, though, we're going to run out of birds if we start slaughtering them all for boots of speed as well.
That as well, yeah. If anyone comes that's selling them, we'll buy some.
Yeah.
That's the thing we can do. Or if they're selling bird feathers, we could just buy the feathers and make the boots of speed out.
Our idea to road everywhere would work if we roaded it everywhere. But boots of haste will just speed them up like they're on the road anywhere.
Yeah.
So we could just put down the roads to make them look pretty.
Boots of haste is nice. I'd like the heroes to get more boots of haste though, because I think the elf and the rogue do, and the other two don't. Yeah. But she's making it into the ghost room. If she had boots of haste, she could get all the way down there. She seems to be the only one that's actually bothered in the fucking ghosts. She seems to be the only one going down there and even touching them, sort of thing. Like we said though, when we get to the next dungeon, hopefully all the weak heroes will die off and we'll get some smart ones. I dread to think what enemies are in the next dungeon though, because it'll be a new sort of enemy with a new height for us to get. No, because they don't drop heights. It could be probably ogres, I'd imagine. I want a Cyclops height. Ogre. Yeah, there is Ogreite. Let's have a look at the heights. What do heights come on under? Schmite. Materials, yeah. Schmite me. Burnite. Is it the dark grey one? Is one. Diorite. It could be Diorite, because we've already got some Diorite gear, so it can't be that rare. Ghoulite. Snickerite. Ogreite. Yeah, there's Ogreite. Zombite. Yeah. You gotta watch out for Zombite. Turns you to a zombie. I know. Yeah. Oh, glass as well. We'll have to build something with windows in, I think, at some point, Blair, just to see what they look like. Speak while I drink. It's going to take some effort. Is that someone holding a chicken upside down? Yeah. Oh, she was taking an egg out of it. Just shaking it. Give me an egg, damn it! That's how chickens lay eggs, Blair. Have you ever been to a chicken farm? I just thought they stuck their hand right up. Yeah, just pull it out. Mm-hmm. You just pick the chicken up, hold it upside down, put your hand up its bum, pull out the eggs. That's exactly how that's what free range means. Because the chickens enjoy it just as much as the farmer. Oh god, look at that pig. Why is he even in there? Do you remember that thing that was slightly bruised on one of the roofs? It was a boar, I think. It looks like it might have died. There's one over here that's just a severely wounded bull. That might be it. It probably fell off. I wonder if there is fall damage or not. I think so. Because townies can't fall off. Someone we had did actually nearly fall off. I think they went from that's why they get trapped up there, because they can't fall off. I know, but it looked like they dropped in one of the episodes. If you watch back our episodes, one of them, they were like bruised after they fell down. Really? I didn't actually notice, but I noticed when I was editing that literally, if you look, she dropped from like the very top of a roof down to a 1-block scaffolding that we were just putting up to get up to her. I wonder if... So I think there is fall damage, but it's only if they're really, really going to have to do it. Yeah. Like the barbarian, who after a while will really, really have to do it, so you'll have to go sort everything out. Maybe. I think that's what probably happens. Oh, come on. We want to get these last few battles before the episode ends. We got to be able to do it. I don't think so. 133 wood left. It's going to be a lot of footage on my already filled hard drive. So I'm guessing 150 wood roughly does one section. I can't believe I'm coming close to filling a 2TB hard drive. I'm going to have to get more 2TB hard drives, Charon. I know. This is getting bad, man. There's so much footage. It is. There's less than 10 now. Come on, people. Come on, Derpsvillians. You can do this. Who's that? Is that Donald? Who is Donald? Red Hat Gandalf?
Red Hat Gandalf. You were going to say Alphalos.
I was going to say Alphalos.
He's dead. Frederick D. Coleman.
Oh?
Finally.
He died in the ghost room. Oh my
barbarian that no one loves.
God.
716 HP, dead. Oh, Citizen.
It's a hero.
Oh,
Hang on, let's look at this first.
I'm blind.
So he killed one before he died.
Yeah.
Only killed 2, but then he died. So now we have a new hero. Oh, please don't be a wizard. It's a rogue.
Oh my god. How many rogues are we going to get?
It's a rogue.
Seriously.
Rogues aren't too bad.
They're not, but it would be nice to have something more than fucking 6 rogues.
Well, I was hoping it would be a Highlander, with us having the bloody Highlander tavern now.
With us having the Dwarf Tavern.
Yeah, although the Dwarf Tavern, we don't know if it works.
Yep. We don't know if the Highlander one works.
So at least we lost one of the shitty barbarians.
Yeah.
Now, will this guy go pick up some equipment? Maybe. He's having a look around the market to see what he can get.
He's just opening the barrels. Anything in here? Nope. Anything in here? Nope. Anything in here?
Well, that was a surprise.
What a crap.
The only downside of that is that now that barbarian will spawn yet more ghosts.
No, that's good because we'll have more ghosts.
Yeah, they'll be closer to the thing to draw heroes to them.
Once everything's done on surface level, and we've got the farms up and running and everything, sending them down there as guards, I think, should work. We should
Maybe.
just do it.
There's one more barrel to come.
The thing is, even if we lose some townies, imagine how much better it is once we've cleared the ghost room, we can actually dig to the next layer and have all the human remains under control.
Yeah, this is true.
As much fun it is as having human remains, they're just getting a bit annoying.
Let's put the order in for the harvest already, as soon as though they've just finished doing the barrels.
I think as well, we can put down a grave, right, and watch them pick up the bones. And when they bring it near town to put it into the grave, just immediately delete the grave, and they'll drop it in town. So then we can have ghosts where everyone can just kill them.
That sounds dangerous.
We could build a 2-high wall.
Build a ghost room. Build a ghost room.
Yeah, a ghost room. Just walk in there, kill some ghosts every now and then.
Right.
Infinite boots of speed.
Let's pause Derpsville there then, Velerious. We've done the barrels.
Thank
We're
God.
up for time.
Look at that pig.
That's the end of the episode, and then next episode I will turn all these into wooden stone barrels. That'll be fun.
Oh, God.
Can't put the pig in a barrel, though.
So, it's too fat.
Yeah, it is too fat.
It does actually look bigger than the barrels.
It is bigger than a barrel. It really is. We can put barrels inside the pig and turn him into a walking barrel.
That'd be quite cool.
Right, anyway, that's the end of that episode. So we'll see you next time, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.